perfect segue. You know, Keon Coleman, he went to Florida State. Let's talk about Florida State, man. Let's talk about it. 2-0 to start the season. You know, we beat East Texas A&M 77-3. We beat Alabama finally. Oh, I never thought I'd see the day. 31-17. Tommy Castellios with the he said, "You don't got Nick Saban. He can't save you. You can't stop me." And guess what? Alabama could not stop it. They couldn't do it. And Florida State is on a bye week, so I think this is a perfect time for me to kind of just talk about, you know, my expectations for Florida State this year, because I haven't really gotten to talk about it. And if first-time listeners, you guys, I am a Florida State fan. So this hits home with me. You know, after having a 2-win season, I really haven't even come on here and talked about it that much. After a 2-win season, us to beat Alabama, I mean, you could see the smile on my face. It just brings a genuine smile to my face. Like, Florida State fans know this kind of pain. We go undefeated. Alabama, they knock us out of a playoff spot. The next year, we win 2 games. The worst season probably in Florida State history. We come in, we are 2-0 to start the year. Statement win last week, 77-3. Tommy Castellios, he was 7 of 10. Okay? 4 of his passes, 4 of 7 of his completed passes were touchdowns. Just saying. This team is legit. I really think Florida State is really good. I like Deuce Robinson as well. What a stud. He had 173 yards, 2 touchdowns against East Texas A&M. Now, I know it's East Texas A&M. He also had that crazy one-hand catch. That's a special player. Florida State's ranked 10th in the polls, which I expect that to keep climbing up. But our next couple games, Kent State at home, at Virginia. I think we win both of those games. Then after that, we play versus Miami, who's number 5 right now as I'm recording this, at Doak Campbell Stadium. I think Florida State Seminoles win that game. And then I'm not worried about no Clemson. Clemson who? Kate Klubnik who? I'm not worried about no Dabo Swinney over in Clemson. Okay? I'm also not worried about no SMU either. Florida State has got the ACC. In my eyes, I think they're the best team in the ACC. I think Miami is beatable. I think we'll beat Miami. Miami against Notre Dame really didn't look all that great. Carson Beck threw off his back foot. That crazy catch. You hadn't seen that. Go look that up on YouTube. One-handed catch, Miami versus Notre Dame. That was wild. Terrible throw by Carson Beck, but absolutely amazing catch. Amazing catch. But I think really Florida State has a path to go undefeated. I think we do have a path to go undefeated. And Tommy is the guy. I have full confidence that Tommy Castellanos will win the Heisman Trophy. He will win it. I have full confidence in him. I even saw Jordan Travis, who probably would have won Heisman Trophy if he didn't break his leg in 2023. I saw him say, yep, I think Tommy can win Heisman Trophy. And I agree with Jordan Travis. I think he can win it. I agree with you, Jordan Travis. I 1,000% agree with you on that. So, yeah, sign me up for some Jordan Travis, 2.0 here. Tommy looked like an NFL quarterback in these first couple weeks. He's looked like somebody that I would like the Cowboys to draft, personally. But I like the mentality of this Florida State team. And let's hear from our head coach, Mike Norvell, about the mentality going on in Tallahassee.
There's so much that happens throughout the course of a year. That you might have an impression of what you think a team is, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it really doesn't. You're going to be the team that you're going to be, and that's the focus with our guys. And was going into playing our last week opponent, and it's going to be the same thing going into bye week as the next week, and getting into conference play. I mean, it really has to be about us. And you're going to play really talented teams, and then sometimes you're going to play teams that you're more talented than. But if you don't go and do what you're supposed to do or do what you can do, then the results, they're going to be, whatever's been earned. And so that's kind of been our biggest message, and it's been our focus. But even as we look at things that could, you'll be there in advance.
Also, I totally agree with everything Mike said there. It's a day-by-day process, week by week. Florida State's, I think they're really going to dive deep, get some rest in this bye week. It's kind of weird to have an early bye week like this, but I'll take it. But one thing I want to mention to kind of close this Florida State segment out is Gus Malzahn, who I really wasn't, crazy about the hire offensive coordinator when we got him from UCF. But man, he's done a heck of a job the first 2 weeks of just bringing a different type of element to this offense that we haven't really had. We're using our speed. We're using, unpredictability when it comes to the play calling. I like it personally. And Tommy and Gus Malzahn, they have a history together. They've been on the same football team together. Tommy has experience with Gus Malzahn. He was at UCF for a year. He's had that experience with him. So I like the dynamic there, because it's very rare in college football when you get a transfer like this and he has some kind of similarity, or not similarity. It's very rare to get a transfer quarterback in college football that has this familiarity with an offensive coordinator. It just is. And that's why I think Florida State is really ahead of the curve when it comes to the ACC, because there's just not a lot of teams like that in the ACC. Maybe Clemson, but SMU, but not like a transfer like this. Kevin Jennings, SMU, Cade Klubnik, Clemson. They have guys that have been in the program. Tommy has not been in the Florida State program. He's played 2 games as a Seminole, and he's already got a rapport with his offensive coordinator. So it makes the transition so much easier for the quarterback. And then it galvanizes the team, because now everybody's confident in what this guy can do. Tommy is a leader. That's why I believe in this Florida State team this year. And I genuinely believe that Florida State can win the national title this year. I really believe that. This is not, me being delusional. This is a realistic take right here. I think that'll happen. I think it could happen. I think we win the ACC. I think we go undefeated. I think we make it far in the college football playoff. I think we shut a lot of people up this year. And that win against Alabama is not a bad win. Nick Saban or not. Go ahead and use the Nick Saban excuse. Oh, he's not here. He's not there. I don't care. We beat you guys. We dominated that football game. I was shocked because the first drive of the game against Alabama, I'm like, it's kind of not looking good. They kind of ran the ball down our throat. But then after that, it's like, yep, I think Florida State's got a chance. Tommy's making deep throws down the field. Our offense is explosive. That's what I like. And Tommy can run. He can throw in the pocket. He's a very dynamic quarterback. That's what I enjoy about it. I genuinely enjoy watching him, just as a fan. Even if he wasn't on Florida State, I would enjoy watching him. He's just a great player to watch. But yeah, I think I got high hopes for Florida State, as you could see. And then
talk to me, baby. Talk to me nice. I'm from another world, baby, yeah. Broadway paradise. They think I'm way too cold, cause I put my